Okay, hi everybody, guys. Let's start with some leaks. How are you? Have a nice Saturday. Welcome to my studio, to the Phantom Studio, for this special appointment dedicated to the FRACTAL, dedicated to the really massive updates that FRACTAL gives us yesterday. All FRACTAL units are updated with the new firmware, the new 28.06 for FXIII, the new 9.02 for FM9, and finally the last 10 version for FM3. FM3 was the last unit updated, because I would like to remember that typically FRACTAL team works mainly on FXIII for the first, then release a new firmware. Sometimes there are several firmware, because there was I remember 28.03, 04, 05, and now 06, because let's say the FXIII, it is the test unit where some firmware are released. Then the audience can test, can check some bug, and when they fix, they release the new version firmware. So when everything is pretty fixed, FRACTAL decide also to release the firmware version for the other unit, like FM9 and FM3. FM3 typically is the last unit to update. I already spoke about the new firmwares on FXIII, on FM9. About FM9, I spoke about the version 9.901, and now there is the 9.02. 02, it is necessary because there are some new update on the FXIII, so it is necessary to reverse the update also on the FM9. And then, finally, for the FM and FM3 users, it is available the new version 10. Was available for the beta version, and now is official released. So let me check if there are some messages on the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian, Guitar Man, Ciao, Digital Distorted Guitars, very nice nicknames. Nicolas from Michigan. Hi, Nicolas. Andrea Zaccagnini, grande Andrea Zaccagnini. Next week I will to the Andrea gig venue. Okay, sorry for the gig. Federico Vade. Sorry for my pronounce. Vade 1960 CS. Where are you from? I love the new soft hard reset easy option now. Yes, of course. There are several options now that are possible, because these firmwares, ciao Marco, are very important. There are several improvements. I already spoke about this. Improvements on the amp block, improvements on the multi-delay block, big improvement on the compressor blocks, and sometimes we have to take care about this new version, because could occur that some presets needs now don't work, because they have high impact on the CPU performance. So this could be a problem, but I would like to show you how to solve any kind of impact. I wanted to talk especially to my customers, that all the people that buy presets from my store. I already provided to update all presets on the FM9, several presets on FXIII, and now I already released the firmware, the preset for the firmware 10 on FM3, but I recommend you, if you have any kind of problems with my old preset, because could occur for some presets, and I will show you that now there is the alarm, the warning alarm with the CPU exceed the power, and this is pretty normal because the new algorithm especially for the compressor needs more CPU power, and could occur that the old presets cannot work anymore. But don't worry, I would like to explain how to solve it, and be sure that everybody who bought a preset from my store will be updated. But there is a big but. To receive the notification with the update, you have to subscribe to the mailing list, because if you don't subscribe, I cannot have the permission to send you the update. So it is really important to subscribe the mailing list of my store. And also you can check on the store the actual version, because in any preset you can see the firmware version. If you find out a new version, you can ask me the new version, but I recommend you to subscribe to receive automatically the update. I'm not from North Carolina in the USA. No worries, the pronunciation. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Vade. It is a really strange name. My English is not so good, but I don't know what is Vade. Wade, maybe, I don't know. Sorry. Okay, so I would like to start from the FM3, because it is the most. I already spoke, as I told you before, I already spoke about FM9, FXIII, but okay, now is important the FM3. I would like to share you, first of all, where to find out the new firmware. Okay, let's share the screen. Okay, here it is. This is the FRACTAL forum. I recommend you to subscribe the FRACTAL forum. There is all information regarding FRACTAL directly from the FRACTAL team. Okay, this is very important. But typically, when you switch on the FM3 and you connect the editor, typically appears a pop-up where there is a notification, there is a new editor, and when there is new editor, typically there is also new firmware. I don't yet update my FM3. I would like to do with you. So I waited to update. I already have the beta version. I already tested the beta version, but I would like to install the official version with you, where you can find all information on the FRACTAL forum. There is the FXIII section, the FM9 section, and also the FM3 section, okay, where you can find the firmware version 10 now available. But not only, it is really important because with the new firmwares, even for FM9 and FXIII are available the new presets, because some preset needs to be reviews due to the fact that some presets could exceed the power of the CPU. So I recommend you to install also the new factory preset, and there are some other new factory preset available. So on the firmware version 10, okay, you can find the link to download, where you can find also the release notes. It is really important to read the release notes. The editor, typically when you open the editor and you are connected to internet, there is a pop-up that is the new update for the editor is available. It is absolutely necessary to update before the editor for the first, then you can update the new firmware. And these are the new features and update. It is a really, really long list, really impressive. Okay. So I already spoke about this new update on FM9 FXIII, but we can make a new summary for the FM3. So the new amp block, for example, I can enlarge let me check, view, vista, so just ingrandisci, okay, I can enlarge, okay, so it's much more readable. There is a new, okay, first of all, make the backup. Before to do any update is necessary to make the backup, because remember, if you fail the update, if you save the old preset with the new firmware and so on, and you want to recover the previous version, you cannot read anymore the preset saved by the new firmware. So it is necessary to make the backup before to do any kind of update, and this is the first. Preset, CPU, and factory preset. This firmware version includes major improvement to sound quality and performance. As a result, some presets now require more CPU. In particular, the plate reverb types use more CPU, and the cab can be reduced considerably by lowering the echo density. Okay, there are some tricks that I will show you. We have to take care about the reverb, the multi-delay, and the compressor especially, it is necessary to take care, because the new compressor needs more power. About Dynacabs, on FM3 is still available the version 1.06, is not available the 1.07 like on FM9 and FXIII, because there is not any more space, but you can get the new cabinet, the new Scholz cab 1x12, directly on the to the link available on the forum. Okay, there is no, and so you can install the new cab pack the user on the user cab area. So thank you very much, Chris. New features and updates. Okay, there is a new software reset utility. I will show you available on the editor. It's very interesting. Software reset is different from this typical reset of the amp block, and the software reset is necessary when there is some new update on the amp block. As you can see here, there is a new Brit 800 Studio 20, but there is some other remastered, for example, the following amp models, all Brit, JVM, JS 410, Solo, and so on. A lot of amp are remastered. That means that it is necessary to make the software reset. Software reset is different of the reset, because the software reset maintains the gain and the level of the master, but change all the internal parameters to get the new improvement and the new updates. So typically on your presets is recommended to make the software reset instead to make the hard reset. Typically, to make the software reset now is possible to select another amp and reselect the same presets. I will show you later on. Now there is a new feature that from the editor that you can make the software set also with the different presets in the same time. So let's read the new updates. So amp block update, new Brit 800 Studio 20, added Plex Brown tone stack based on AVH amp with new 50K mid pot. This is let's say pretty nerdy feature. Update default negative feedback for Friedman. Negative feedback control available on the tone page of Friedman. Okay, I don't want to read all parameters because they are so long, and this live can be from about 1 hour and a half, but I cannot stay until the night. Improved trio the model algorithm. This is what I love from Fractal, that there are continuous improvement on the algorithm, and this is very nice because when you have the possibility to check the old Fractal unit like FXIII or FXIII, now the difference is really, really huge, because this improvement, by the time for Fractal, the improvement and the new update is not only to add new effects or new amp model. I can say Fractal, the actual version of Fractal has the very huge stock of effects, amp, cabinet, and so on. So typically, very, very few effects and amps are necessary now. But the new updates gives more features in terms of improvement of the algorithm, in terms of quality of the modeling, and this is very important. And it is a unique features on the modeler market, because only Fractal improves a lot the quality of the algorithm. Other modeler typically update only the new effect, new amp, new features, sometimes to make a different foot switch configuration and so on, but nothing about the quality of the algorithm. The quality of the algorithm remains the same from the beginning. Fractal works a lot also on the all amp block. So you can have now for example, the Brit JVM Marshall amp improved, and this is very nice. Okay, there is a payback, of course, because with this improvement, could be that your previous presets don't sound like in the past. Okay, this is a payback, but now you have a new improvement. Typically, the updates improve and make better your preset. Okay, so let's say it is a payback, but not really a big cost-effective payback. And I recommend you to update your unit anytime is possible. Don't update before a tour or before a recording section or live gigs and so on. So take the time to update your unit when you have some days to check your presets. So big improvement on the amps block, new remaster of the Brit JVM, JS410, Soldano preamp 99, Soldano preamp 88, rectifier Mark IV, USA Mesa Boogie, and so on. Update overdrive and gain tapers. Okay, I don't want to read all preset because they are very, very huge update. New drive blocks update, improved PI fuzz model. PI is the big muff fuzz. New PI fuzz, color tone, new MOSFET distortion mode. These are new effects. So not only improvement on the algorithm and the modeling algorithm, but also new, especially the fuzz lovers. They are very, very happy. Updated DS1 distortion to the second edition specification, improved tube drive 5 knobs, added integral pre-type. Okay, you can read reverb block update, improved reverb block, especially real space model. And this is really nice because Fractal already have the best ambient effects, and now there is a new improvement of this. From this side, added the pre-delay on top of parameter, new spring reverb algorithm with the 2 internal tapes. Spring reverb includes scattering, drip, modulation parameter, remove springs. Okay, there are a lot of improvement on the reverb update. The compressor are really updated. New dynamic comp algorithm with the full control setup. Compressor improvement, as I told you before, gives quite, let's say, an impact on the CPU performance. So especially I use a lot the optical compressor, and optical compressor now needs more power. So it is really difficult for my preset that, especially on the FM3, I work to get all possibility resources of the FM3, and now some presets doesn't work. I will show you how to fix some issue regarding this. Phaser block updates, other block updates like room modeling in CAM block. So room modeling is improved a lot. So some preset now that I used a lot of about the room modeling cab block. I already did in the past a tutorial to show how to use it. It's very interesting, especially on the combo amps. Now, some preset sounds completely different because FRACTAL review all remaster the room reverb for the cab, and it is necessary to make a modification. Improve gate block, improve the noise gate, the touch wah, sweep delay, quad diffuser, new tremolo ducking, improved delay block, spillover behavior. This is also very important when you switch between the scenes. Added filter graph page in the Plex delay block, and added filter modify on sensitive filter block. With the two bubbles not filled in on amp blocks updated, did we not get for FM3? Gregory, I don't understand. What does it mean, the two bubbles? Sorry, I don't understand what are the two bubbles not filled in on amp block. Can you explain me better? Sorry for this. Other update, scene change now, clear CPU limit conditions. Okay, input one clip warning added to mini tuner. Switched the bypass and delete button function for consistent, and fixes some bugs. Okay, really, I think one of the most huge major firmware update that I never seen on FM3. Okay, so let's go to the editor. And go to the tools. Open the FRACTAL bot. Okay. When a step before. Typically, when you switch on the editor, you also check and you can find a new version 1.07.08. This is automatically appears a pop-up, and you have to install the new editor for the first. Then you go to the FRACTAL, to the tools, the FRACTAL bot. Then, when new firmware is available, there is this light blue pop-up. Where there is written a new firmware update is available. Click here for more on 10 version. So I click on the plus. This is the release notes, the same that I already read before. So I can download. And as you can see here, there are two possibilities to install the firmware and the Dynacapsule. Dynacapsule is already installed on my unit, so I install the firmware. I wait a moment. For the first, the firmware is downloaded to the FM3, and you can see a blue progress bar that is filled. Okay, let's wait a bit. In the meantime, if you have some questions, please. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. And also to the G66 channel. I am streaming in both channels in this moment. So you can find this video on my channel and on G66 channel. Ciao J66 family. How are you? Okay, ciao Dario Sushi Jack. How are you? Okay, important. The new transfer is complete. Now, when appear this pop-up, the screen on FM3 become red. There is a red bar that is in progress. In that moment, it is really important to keep the FM3 switched on. Don't switch off the unit, otherwise you break the unit. Don't worry, there is also a possibility to put the unit in the safe boot mode. It's not a problem, but I recommend you to don't switch the unit when you see the red bar. Okay. Look at the dark filled circle on left of each update information description. Oh, Gregory, you put me in the trouble. Maybe I'm stupid, but I don't see. I don't know what are you referred. Okay, sorry. Now, when the update is finished, there is a green screen where there is written update complete, turn power off, wait 5 seconds, turn power on. Okay, I do this. Okay. You see, there is only 2 not filled in. But in which screen, guys? Sorry for this, but I'm really out. In which screen you mean the bubble? It means the bullet points. Bullet points. Okay. My English is really bad, but bullet is bullet. A bubble is bubble, but I'm really... Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't see the bullet. Where is the bullet? On the fractal tools? On the fractal bot? Maybe this? The bullet point. Maybe this? Update information. Update information on the here. Update information. Ah, okay. Oh, you mean this? Okay. Oh. Very hard. But okay. No. Okay. This. Okay. Oh, now I understood. The bullet point are not filled because, let's say it is. What can I say? This block is a single block. Is not another point. This point and this point are parts of this one. It is like how can I say? Typically, when you make a letter, you have the left margin, and if you have the sub something that part of a sentence, you put that sentence a bit on the right. I don't know. Sorry for my English is really bad from this. I cannot explain. Ragazzi, se in italiano mi date una mano, because typically this part should be on the right. That means that is this line is part of this one. This is the reason that the bullet are not filled. It's just a formatting, exactly, Marshall. Sorry, it's only a formatting page, but the remastered regards all this amp. It is only you can read this part as a single sentence. Okay, this is the reason. Otherwise, you mean okay, remaster the following amp models, but there is double points and that there is list of the remastered. Okay, it is only sub points, exactly, Franco Basso. Okay, very hard to me. Perfetto, grazie ragazzi, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's come back on the Fractal FM3 editor. Okay, now there is connected the firmware 10. I see the firmware 10 here. This is very important. Remember that because sometimes some people tell me, "Oh, I bought some preset from you, but I installed the preset and the preset is empty." Why? If you install a preset from the newer firmware, like firmware 10, on the firmware 9, okay, you don't see nothing. The preset is totally empty. Some people think that to update the editor, it is enough. No, you have to update the editor and the firmware, and you have to see the firmware version on the upper left corner of the editor. This information is read from the FM3. If I disconnect the FM3, I don't see anymore this information. It's poorly formatted as those two lines should be regarding the remaster for exactly Kalalom. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So let's check this a new preset. For example, sorry, I have to update. Okay, I install a previous version of my preset. Import preset. The MF800 Plus. This preset works perfectly on firmware 9. What's happened when I install this preset on firmware 10? As you can see here, there is a CPU limit exceeded. This is due to the fact that some blocks of the preset needs more power. Okay, and you can find this problem. And this is the reason that it's necessary to upload also the new factory presets, because some preset otherwise gives this alarm message. What can you do? Can we do? In my case, I check the blocks that can affect this problem and change with a different block, a different effect. For example, the compressor. It is a bit critical now because the optical compressor that I use a lot on my preset now require more requests. So I can change the compressor to the analog compressor, for example. Now also the compressor are changing the name. We cannot find anymore the pedal compressor. Pedal compressor now is the Econo Dynacomp. It is a typical Boss CS1 compressor, and this compressor it is really good to preserve the CPU performance. But as you can see here, even I select a new compressor, the CPU limit exceed still remain. There are other effects that the reverb also affect a lot, so it is necessary to reset, for example, or change a reverb. I can change to the studio compressor, and as you can see, now the CPU limit doesn't appear anymore. So you have to change a bit the algorithm because they sound different, but you can use it if reverb is not critical. You can use the studio compressor, for example. This is pretty good in any case. You can change it and you can save, as you can see, the new firmware. Let's see. Okay, this preset is really rich because I have several blocks, like especially the Plex delay. Plex delay is a block that needs needs a very high CPU power. Let's check, for example, this scene, this clean space. Okay, I have to adjust the compressor. Let's check the analog. I suggest you analog compressor is pretty nice. So you can try different compressor. I suggest you to use Econo compressor or the analog. I love the analog compressor. It's very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I can also. Okay. So, about the reverb. Okay, this is in parallel reverb. This is the studio reverb. I suggest you also to use the echo density. Typically, the standard value is 8, but if you put the echo density to 4, let's check the CPU percentage. Okay, I can save almost 4 percentage point, and the quality is still remain pretty good. So I increase the time. So with 3 simple actions, I fix the issue on the CPU, and the presets still sound very, very nice. I can show the other sounds. For example, the clean is very nice because there is the chorus, the 4 voices chorus. I love it. Okay, I have also the lead. Okay, also there is also the new possibility. I love, for example, the Nobelium overdrive, but typically with the high gain amp, you need only a drive to boost, to have an extra gain on your amp. And if you pay attention of the drive consumption, there are some drives that are really, really smart. I show you, for example, I changed the channel. I show a drive like the FET boost or FET preamp. So let's check the CPU percentage, 79. And what's happening if I select the FET preamp? Wow! I save more than 5%. And this FET preamp is really nice in any case. Not only, guys, I can adjust the drive, but I have on FRACTAL, the drives are really complex block. This is the reason that they need more power. You have the tone, so you can equalize the drive as you want. Not only with a simple tone, bass mid, frequency, high mid, and so on. Okay. You have also the possibility to have the amazing graphic EQ, or you can also change the clip type and so on. Okay, very, very nerdy effect. But for example, I wanted to point out the possibility to make the equalization of your drives. And for example, if I wanted to create let's say something like TS808, I can design a Q curve like this, for example, where I increase the mid-range frequency, I cut the high frequency and also the bass frequency. So a typical inverse V. So the delay is too much to me. Okay, I decrease a bit the delay. Okay, this is much better. Okay. So, for example, I typically use this amp. Okay, this is the Brit 82203 amp for the rhythm part without drive. On the solo part, scene number 1, I switch on the drive to have more gain, but also the different EQ of the solo to have. So this is the original Nobilium drive, and this is my new drive. Much more presence. I saved it. Lead part, rhythm part. Rhythm part, lead part. So this is a really smart method to use the drive, a low consumption drive, like the FET preamp. It is really interesting. With the Q, you can do really what you want. But not only, you can also use the internal boost of the amp. This is another solution that you can also cut off the drive block, because if you go to the ideal, you have the boost, but if you go to the preamp section, you can select a different boost type, like the TS808. So you can use the drive circuit on the boost of the amp without any CPU request. And this is also a smart mode to use the drive. Okay, in this case I use the neutral boost. So that means that this boost gives only 12 dB on the original drive, on the original amp. This is the original amp, but I can use the circuit of the TS808. And the sound is different, totally different. Or the circuit of the JP John Petrucci Mark II C+, or the Grinder overdrive. So if you if you want to have the typical gent sound, you can boost your amp with the grinder boost. Okay, very nice, very nice. The tone scientist Carmelo suggests me to use the color tone, the new fuzz, the new color tone is also available, but this should be a fuzz circuit, if I remember well. Let me check. Okay, there is this new PA fuzz. Ram said Russian PI fuzz, PI triangle. There is the color tone. Oh, is this one? It is overdrive, maybe. Okay. It is also lower consumption. So you are right. More gain. Wow. Okay, you can check it. There is a tremendous gain. Wow. Too much gain. Too much gain. Help me, aiuto. Okay, no, I prefer the fat preamp. It's much more quiet. Okay, I can also, this is my dynamic cabinet. Okay, I use a dynamic one. Okay. Okay, now it's good. So, okay, Carmelo, thank you so much. Okay, the gain is 0.5 massimo. Okay, 0.5 massimo. You're right. Okay, the other improvement. Okay, compressor we already spoke about. Let me check other feature could be interesting. There is notes. There is new drives. Okay. Okay, there is another important features, the reset block I wanted to show you. Reset block is necessary when you have some remastered sound. For example, let's check what are the amp remastered. Where is it? Okay, just a moment. I switch on. Aiuto, sorry. Release notes. Okay. I switch off. Sorry. Okay. Okay. The amp remaster. Ecco. So this is the correct formatting. Just for the previous. For example, the Brit JVM, JS410 solo rhythm part. Okay, let's assume to remake the JVM. I have a preset made with a JVM. Okay, so I wanted to check. I save this one and let's check the JVM, new JVM. So I install presets, import. This is the list of my presets. Okay, the JVM is here. Okay. No problem now about the CPU. It's still on 76, so it's pretty good. So what does mean to make a soft reset? You can do the soft reset in different way. Typically, the soft reset, okay, you can reset the block with the block reset current channel. But this reset everything, also the old control of the amp. So everything is put in the default mode. But if you want to keep some parameters as they are, you can select a different amp, okay, and reselect the original one. So the tone stack are reset to the default value, but the gain, the master volume, and the level remain the same. This is what is called a soft reset. The hard reset is this one, block reset channel, current channel. As you can see, also the gain and level are goes to the default value. Okay, there is a new functionality on the tools manage presets that can permit you to, for instance, select some presets, right-click mouse, and reset amp blocks. So you can make a soft reset to the massive list, to the list of your preset. Is also possible. I prefer to reset the preset one by one, honestly. If you want, you can do it, but I recommend to reset the preset one by one. So I click, I import again the JVM. So let's make the soft reset. This is, as you can see here, this is the tone stack now. When I click on the other one and select the second one, okay, the tone stack go to the default value. And this is the sound of the new JVM. I want to show you the difference. So let's hear the difference between the old one and the new one. The sound is a bit clear. It's less muddy. So let's open a bit. Wow. Wow. Wow, very nice. Let's check the lead. This is the rhythm part, the lead. Okay, very nice. The difference, to me, the difference on the lead and the rhythm part is only on the scene level. Typically, I give a boost of 2.6 dB for the lead part. In this case, the JVM, it is a high gain amp, so it's not necessary to put any kind of boost. You can also use the boost, internal boost of the amp, if you want an extra boost. For example, we want to check different kind of boost. This is nice. The grinder is fantastic. So you can, if you want, you can use a different circuit, typical overdrive circuit like HE boost, CC boost, fast boost, full overdrive, grinder, JP, mid boost, neutral boost. Neutral means only plus 12 dB, nothing else. No equalization, no any modification of the signal, RC boost, shimmer, and so on and so on. Okay, and don't forget that you can control the boost with the modifier, so you can have scenes with the boost on, scenes with the boost off. Do you want it? I show you how to do this? Okay, why not? So I can assign this boost, okay. Right mouse click, I select the source on the control switch number 1, okay. And now the boost status depends of what? Of the controller menu. You go here to the controller menu, go to the control switch per scene. So here I can decide to switch on and off the boost, the control switch. For example, on the lead scene, so the scene number 1. And typically I have the lead scene on number 1 and number 4, if I remember well. Yes, because it is the lead with wah. So I click on the scene number 4. I can do this with all 6 control switches. So I can decide to switch on and off boost, any kind of the bright switch, any kind of effect, any kind of switch. You can decide with this map where you can set on and off your desired control switch. The control switch is assigned to the boost. So what's happened when I select, for example, the scene number 2, the boost is off, but when I select the scene number 1, the boost magically goes to on. Yeah! So I made an automation where I set the boost. So the difference with the presets, the scene number 2, it is a rhythm part, as you can see. I select the scene. Woo! Yeah. Okay, so I see some question. More Van Allen videos. Okay. Gregory Miller, one of my go-to method is using the amp blocks preamp boost in place of a dry block. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We tried it. Do you cut high and lows in your preamp page of cab blocks? I can show you the cab blocks here. Typically here not. I make this is not so. It is depend of the impulse responses. Any kind of impulse response sounds different. So please don't use your ears. Don't use your eyes. Okay. So you can set up the low cut and high cut. It depends strongly of the amp of the impulse responses. So there is no fixed rule to set up these values. Control switch rules. Joe Miller, okay? Do you understand? It's clear. If you have any question about the control switch, please do it, because control switch is really, really nice. You can do anything. For example, you can enable the cut fat, any kind of control switch, bright switch. I don't know. For example, you can also on the EQ. Let me check. I can show you another thing. For example, I can use the EQ of the amp. For example, I select with this amp the 5-band Mark EQ. It is the typical Mesa Boogie EQ. I can create the typical V curve. Okay. Woo! But okay, the metal lovers, I think that they like this curve. But I wanted to switch on and off the Q, because if I switch off the Q, it's the same amp with, but I make an extra modification, and I put the equalization of the Mesa Boogie amp on the Marshall JVM. This is a really magic trick. Woo! No effect, nothing. I only switch on and off the two. But I want to make a trick. For example, that I wanted to assign this EQ switch source to the control switch number 2. Okay. So I go to the controller menu, this one in the upper left, and I set up, for example, this switch on the C number 4 and on the C number 5, where I don't remember, but okay. I select the EQ only on these scenes. Let's check. Save. So let's come back to the amp block. Now the EQ is off, so the sound is... Go to the C number 5. Go to the C number 1. Go to the C number 4. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So I have to, let's disable the control switch and let the okay, I keep the EQ off for all. Okay, let's check the clean channel now. What is the clean channel? Is the Brit GTM. It's not remastered, but maybe it's better to make a soft reset in any case. Why not? Okay, I select again. Because sometimes it's better to... Okay, let me check the level. Okay. Typically I use the JTM 45 for the clean channel. I love it. Okay, with the compressor, let's... I wanted to select the Econodyna comp to have a very compressed sound. Okay, very nice. I switch on the pitch. Yeah. I save. I have another scene. It is the clean intrigue. Let me check. What is clean intrigue? Okay, I forgot this effect. But I have space to make a very nice shimmer, like the Econo shimmer. It is in parallel, so I have to kill dry. Very, very nice. Super, super, super. Oh, new reverb. Also, there are new reverb. Yes, now is finally. You're right, Simone. It is also available new reverb. Okay, finally on the FM3. So you can find, for example, the Constellation reverb that were not available on the previous firmware. For example, you have the Sagittarius, for example. This is very nice. Okay. It is amazing that also on an FM3, this is a feature was not available. One of my favorite is Ursa Major. Ah, fantastico. Wow. Wow. Super, 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 super. I suggest you the medium hole. It's very nice. Save. Okay. Dynacomp is great. Yes, I agree. Okay, but Simone, you tell me to delete the Plex delay. You can do it, but I prefer to keep the both reverb. But in any case, I can do it. Okay, if I delete the Plex, I save 16%. Plex delay is a really complex block, so now you can use the reverb instead of the Plex delay. But I love the shimmering effect of the plex, the reverb. Okay, I love it so much. This one is fantastic. I renamed this scene Clean Shimmer. Shimmer, okay. So you can do all this this reset and this remastered of the preset for all the amp block listed in the release notes. I show you again. So you can do this on JVM, the JS 410, the Solo 1999 lead solo. Solo, for example, lead solo means my famous glam preset. Okay, let me check. If I go to the glam preset, is based on the Soldano. Where is it? The glam. I love it. That is one of my favorite now presets for the lovers of 80. So I have the solo lead 88, for example. So I can make I can check, for example, the editor. Let me check. So go to the tool. The preset is name 446. Okay, tool 446. Right mouse button, reset amp block, and this reset all the amp. Okay, and now all channel are reset. Wow. Let me check what is the sound before. Okay, I wanted to... let me check. This is the glam with the solo lead. Ah, the sound is different. Manage presets. Go to the glam. Mouse, right mouse, reset amp block. Okay. Close. It's more basses. Very nice. It's very different. So I suggest you to reset, to remaster your preset with the new algorithm by typing the reset block. Until the end, maybe they used the Soldano amp. I can. Let's check, because there is a question from Simone about the Till the End song from Toto. We can check immediately. Why not? Even if there is a copyright issues, but we don't care about this because YouTube typically claims the copyright. But Till the End is from Fahrenheit album of Toto. I love it. Maybe I don't know if Steve Lukather used the Soldano or the custom audio. Maybe Soldano in this album. Okay, let's check. Okay, very nice. Also, in this preset, as I did on the FM9 version, I can use a special trick, adding the. Oh, this is the T808, but okay, I will adjust. No, let me check. I can use the same drive to save some resources. I can use the FET preamp. Okay, so I save a lot of resources, and also I can make the EQ. Okay, as I did before. Okay, let me check also the drive with the new curve. Okay, and I save a lot of space, CPU, and I wanted to add the special secrets to, I show you, parametric EQ to make the typical 80 sound. Okay, I will already show this trick. Okay, I bypass the cabinet with a parametric EQ, but I create a curve like this. Okay, large. Okay, wow, and now, but only on the clean. So let's check the clean with this. Eccolo qua. Okay. Oh, let me check what's happened. Okay, mute. Okay. Because I already reset this amp block. I forgot to do this. Okay. Let me check a bit. Okay. Now. Yeah. Welcome into the 80 and 90 sound. Wow. Okay, save it. I can do this song, for example. Let's check, guys. What is it? Okay. Okay, guys. This is the Glam. Glam is fantastic. It is based on the solo amp, solo preamp, and so on. It is one of my favorites. The trick of the PAQ. So this is the parametric EQ that bypass. So you can use the cabinet signal, but also you can add the direct signal. Okay, let me check if there is other. Hi Mark, what CPU percentage is a safe number to play for live gig? I get very scared if no, bro. You can go up to 83 without any kind of problems. I can check, for example, some presets, very powerful presets. How can it be, for example, the bugfish? No, this is okay, but I already redesigned all my presets. For example, I don't know, the maybe the crunchy pack. Also this is presets is complex and it's very nice. This is fantastic. You have a lot of effects here. Drive, comp, double drive. Oh, it is amazing, this preset. You can do a lot of things with this one. Okay, for example. Also, the camera amp was redesigned, so it's necessary to make a remastering. Now there is no the plexi delay, but I can add. For example, I can let's check what's happened if I add the plex delay. Maybe I put the CPU in crisis. Okay, let me check what's happened if I put the plex delay. Okay, here. Okay, I exceeded the CPU. Let me check if I do something to solve this issue. Okay, plex verb. Plex verb. Where is it? Plex verb. Okay. The kill dry, the mix. Okay. So I can cut off this phase fuzz, is not necessary, but it's still over the limit. I can switch the echo density to 8, but it's better to, in any case, to reset the reverb block because it's necessary. Reset current channel, large hole, select the medium hole, select the echo density to 4, and I can see, okay, 82. Wow, so let's check it. If you work at 82, 83, you don't see any red bar here, so it's perfect. Let me check. I changed something here. What's happened? I have to select a different compressor, for example, the Econo. Wow, what a nice sound. Wow. Oh, it's I forgot to put the mute FX in. With this effect, I suggest you to put the select the bypass mode, mute FX in sound when you switch off. When you bypass the block, you can preserve the tails. Very nice this sound. Okay, Due to the improved output transformer modeling, all amps seems to sound better than different than the digital distorted guitars. To me, yes. The sound, for example, I didn't remember this preset sound so nice. It's very, very nice. The feeling under the fingers are incredible. Really dynamic. Let's check for this is the Cameron amp. This is the Dirty Shirley amps in the same. Wow! I didn't remember that this preset. Wow! Wow! Too loud. Too loud. This is the small box. Wow! Let me check. No, it's. I have to. So let's do a. Let's do a softer set. Because this sounds louder than before. Wow, too much. Ow! Let's check the level. Wow, this is the Friedman small box, but I didn't remember that it sounds so nice. Wow. It's fantastic, guys. I'm so excited about this. The proper drive, Timothy down. Let's check what's happening. But I wanted to add my drive, favorite drive. I saved the FET preamp, but I also saved it here as a library. Okay. Perfect. But I can check also to use the internal boost. Why not? Not with the control switch. Okay. Let's check different circuit like the grinder. Let's try. The AC boost. CC boost. Wow. So you can hear the impact. It is. It's incredible. It is a single preset with a small box sound. Dirt Shirley. Maybe it's better, bit brighter. Wow. And the Cameron amp. Fantastico. And also the Euro Blue, the Bogner one. This is the best things of the Fractal unit. You can select 4 different incredible amps in the single preset. What is your favorite? Maybe the small box is incredible with the boost. Fantastic. Okay, guys. Where can I get the glam presets? As usual, on my store, Gregory. As usual, my store is here. Okay. Is here. You can select the QR code, or you can also go to the My Store here. It is the other presets, or you can go to my website. My website is where it is. My website is here. So marcofanton.it, and you can go to the store and you can get all presets. Now the presets are still on the firmware 9 version, but as soon as possible I will update to the version 10 with this incredible improvement. I work hardly to update the preset because I make a new redesign, new sound, because now also this preset sounds better to me. And this preset is really old, but is incredible. I call it Crunchy Pack because there are 4 incredible crunchy sounds. The small box one, the Dirty Schiller, the Cameron, and the Bogner Blue Channel. What is your favorite? the new version of Hell's Bells. Plex delay is too long. Okay, I spent this time to fix and to redesign all my presets. So, okay, if you stay with me, you are welcome, absolutely. Fantastico. Fantastico. Thank you, Fractal, guys. Thank you so much, Fractal, for these gifts. Joe Miller, you might want to wait, verify the as update with any change based on this new firmware. Joe, I'm checking all my presets and I update constantly. I just finished the FM9 version and now I start with the FM3. I already done the big work. The most of the presets is already fixed, and I will update by the time. I fixed the preset with the beta version, but I assume that the presets are pretty the same. So, but in any case, you will receive the update. It is really important, guys, that you subscribe the mailing list. Otherwise, you cannot receive the email because you give not me the permission to send you the updates, and the system blocked any kind of mail. So please don't forget to subscribe the email. But in any case, I don't send so many information, and because in any case I use the newsletter to give you some special offers, some new initiatives, new presets, and so on. It is a way to communicate with you, so please don't forget to subscribe. What pickup are you using, Atmos? Thank you so much for this question. This is the custom design pickups made by my friends from John Henry Guitars. If you go to my website, I can show you. Well, let me check just a moment. Just a moment. Don't forget to visit my website. Why not, guys? My website is very nice. Just a moment. What's happened? Okay. My wife is worried about me. Okay, I'm so long. This live tutorial is very long. Okay, don't forget to visit my website. Let me check a bit. Okay, marcofanton.it. Okay, I put the okay on the screen. No, sorry. Okay. Okay, this is my website. If I go down, you can see John Henry Guitars. Okay, sorry. John Henry Guitars. And I use this very boutique, handcrafted pickups. And I use a combination of Puff Gibson with the Strat replica, Strat 63 pickups. These two pickups are from 63 replica, and this is a puff. Super, 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 super dynamic pickup. Okay. Okay, guys. If you have another question, so let me check. Okay. Juho Lisvara. I hope the name is correct. Sorry for my wrong pronunciation. Hey Marco, and greeting from the US. Your fractal content is very inspiring and insightful. Thank you so much. Thank you, and keep your good work. Thank you so much. Juho, I hope the name is correct. Thank you for subscribing, Ivan T. Thank you. Work great with the fractal tones you're getting. Thank you so much. Graziano Fiume, ciao Graziano. After to install a firmware 10 on my FM3, it's all okay. More presence and more bang on my sound. I play in a Clapton tribute band. Thank you so much. So I'm very happy. I will continue to show, if you would like, I can continue to share my preset with you. I want to show what new modification I will give with new firmware, because new firmware inspire me to make different things, different sound like this. I'm very excited for. Very nice, very nice. For example, this sound inspired me to play a blues with you and to say you ciao and see you next time. Follow me, please. Follow my YouTube channel. Follow the G66 G66 YouTube channel. Thank you so much to the G66 team, to everybody, and let's play a blues like. This one, let's check if it is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let me do blues in E.